Good morning, John here. It is Wednesday morning. I don't know if the last video went up on schedule or not. It's uploaded. I was up super late editing it and getting it uploaded, but there were 2 copyright claims. So I'm hoping I can fix that mobile because my computer's all packed up. We gotta get over to the convention. I've got 3 postcards to drop off first. And breakfast is served.
Manish Jonesia.
Good morning, Walmart sellers. Morning. Woo! It's weaker than yesterday, guys. Good morning. Morning. That's much better. Good morning. Thanks for getting up early, and thank you for spending so much time with us. Our hope is that you're getting to know us better, developing a sense of who we are, and that you can clearly see how serious we are about growing our marketplace in a mutually beneficial way. Entrepreneur and business leader, you invest time thinking about growth and the long-term health of your business. So do we. And with so much change happening in the world and in our business, we found it helpful to focus on what isn't changing. Because basically, we need to be open to changing just about everything else. Our people, and that includes you, really do make the difference. Sam knew that, and we know that today. We're all working together with a timeless purpose, guided by our values. That's the secret. And I have the privilege of leading our
Insights into what's working when you need to connect with customers.
We're going to talk about 3 things. First, how customers are increasingly open to discovering emerging brands and heroes. Second, how partnership with Walmart Connect can boost your visibility on Walmart's digital shelf. We're very interested in new brands or products that are sold at Walmart. For holiday deals and gifts all season long.
Offer them at amazing prices, fast shipping, and great customer service.
Trust that executing your holiday promotions, your strategy is manual, time-consuming, and often lacks transparency.
Based on your feedback, we're launching new capabilities this season that enable you to seamlessly enroll your best items into our holiday events directly into Seller Center. I'm excited to officially invite all of you to participate in our biggest event of the year, our Black Friday annual event.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning.
Or to reach customers at scale.
My bag is so full that I'd say there's a 50-50 chance my laptop is not gonna survive the trip. And I am still getting more merch. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. There's a chance I may have to take some clothes out of my bag and wear like 6 shirts at once. This bag keeps getting more and more full. Also, I spent $140 in the gift shop there. I have a problem. She's taking an entire stack of bags. And I thought I was bad.
From that place. We have products here, right? They have some kind of, first he's selling the car.
If I was doing wholesale, that software would be even cooler than what I'm gonna give it a try. But they will actually have it set up where if you start getting low on an item, your inventory gets low on a particular SKU, it will automatically send an email to your supplier to place a reorder. That sounds like as hands-off. I mean, imagine you're doing like Amazon FBA or Walmart fulfilled, and you just have it completely automated. You've got a product, you do the initial listing in the beginning, and then when you start to get low, it will automatically place an order. It will automatically send it to Walmart or Amazon, and they will prep it, and they will do all of the shipping. It's about as hands-off as it can get. That's not how I run my business. I don't do wholesale, so that particular feature has no value to me. But the other features in the software, I feel like could be really valuable for listing on Walmart, eBay, and maybe even other platforms. So I'm excited to try it. When I was at the gift shop right there, the cashier asked me if I wanted to buy one of the plushies too. And his reasoning was, well, you bought everything else. I have a problem. I got FedEx socks. One for me, one for Cristiano, and one that I may give away. Eventually, I'm collecting things to do a big giveaway at some point.
About specifically our international marketplace, we have been part of the daily lives of the Mexican consumer for over 33 years, right?
People are already lining up to get good seats for the closing remarks. It doesn't start for 25 minutes. Jay Leno is going to be there, so that's going to be really cool.
Welcome to Let's Grow 2024. This year, we opened the event to more sellers, and the crowd has more than doubled. During the next day and a half, you will engage with associates who support our seller community. We're excited to learn about your business, what's working well, what challenges you're facing, and how we can help. That's why our marketplace is a level playing field that always puts customers first.
We've been able to extend that mindset, harness that superpower into our strength as an omni-retail leader.
And drive deeper long-term relationships with our customers. When you tell us what you need to grow your business more effectively, we take that feedback seriously and it informs what we work on all year.
And that is why we're building our platform with sellers for sellers. We've been in retail for 62 years, and we've built a lot of healthy long-term relationships. We want to keep doing that as we make marketplace decisions. We want to partner with businesses like yours and invest in ways that create opportunities for you to succeed so that you, your business, your teams, and your hometowns can also thrive.
Tonight, we celebrate all of you. Your journeys through Walmart Marketplace have been life-changing.
It's an exciting time to be a seller, and it's an exciting time to be in retail. The industry is evolving, it's growing, it's becoming more adaptive. Customers not only expect us to know what their needs are now, but to anticipate what they're going to need next.
All these things will help create experiences that build meaningful connections and drive deeper long-term relationships with our customers.
And we're thrilled to have each of you win with us.
We have cutting-edge systems and unrivaled scale, and we're still growing.
And we want each of you to be part of this growth.
Together, we can reach potential customers, grow your business, and create a mutually beneficial relationship that's going to lead us all to greater success.
We're people-led, tech-powered, omni-channel retailer dedicated to helping people save money and live better.
Please welcome to the stage Vice President, Walmart Marketplace Cross-Border and Seller Delivery Solutions, Walmart US, Anil Nair.
Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing? Thank you all for being here. Have a great rest of the week.
How's everyone doing?
Well, you know, we don't want to send you guys out without having a little bit of fun from a great star. And here he is.
How are you?
Hi, everybody. How are you? As you can probably tell, this is my first time.
Really? All right, there you go.
So have you got any tips?
I shaved before I came out, but okay.
Hang on, let me get the team The team can write these down, but have you got any tips for me before we get started?
No, you're doing fine. Go ahead, let's get started.
Okay. So one of the fascinating things about you, other than the fact that you're here and supporting the marketplace seller event, is that you're a big car guy.
I'm a big car guy.
So we read that you've got over 180 cars and 160 motorcycles.
Yeah, that's a year ago. It's 208 cars now.
Okay, we're gonna
But
second.
only one woman. See, there you go. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You know, I always say behind every successful man there's a woman. Behind every unsuccessful man, there are 2 women.
My wife has a car, and now I have 2 kids that drive, and we only have 4 sets of keys, and I struggle to keep track of them. How do you do that with 280 sets of keys?
Well, it's not that hard, actually. You know, my favorite thing, one day I pick up the National Enquirer, and they wrote this article. Jay Leno has 1 key made that starts all his cars, and it's made of gold. And I know I don't have a gold key. It's not going to start a steam car and a McLaren F1, but all these kind of silly sort of things happen. But actually, it's not that hard. You just have a key ring, and you put it on there. I don't like to sell things that I don't endorse. It's like when I was doing the Tonight Show, they offer you $1 million, really, literally $1 million to hold up a can of Budweiser 3 or 4 nights a week. But I don't drink. I got nothing against beer. It's fine. I'm just not a drinker. So I never sold that product. And that's okay. Somebody else can hold up the can and do it. So it wasn't like it was a big deal. But the idea is, I haven't put my name on any product until we got it to Walmart. You know, we developed these car products, because the normal way you do this, you find a company, you put your name on their brand, and then you sell it. But you don't have any connection really with the company. You're just a marketing name, and I think people know that. But I started out with my cars. I'll give you an example. Whenever you use metal polish, I would always notice the chrome on my car. I would have sparkly, like chrome bits on my rag, because the abrasives were very hard on the chrome, and you're literally wearing the chrome off. So I said, let's get together some chemists and some guys and see if we can develop a polish that's liquid without having an abrasive in it. I always took the job first and asked what it paid for later, because I want to get a foot in the door. I mean, when we developed my product, the idea was to keep the profit margin as thin as possible and try to do it in volume. Because whenever you buy a product, the first ingredient is water, 60%, and then all the other products. And people know that. But if you have, when you're dealing with cleaning products, if water is near the bottom, oh, it's a little more impressive, you know what I'm saying? You're getting more of what it is the product is meant to do, you know? So that was always one of my things. I would always just take any show business job, and then if I figured if I was any good, the profits would come later. I know a lot of people get into a business, they expect things to happen overnight, you know? I was talking to a friend of mine who's like 26, and he worked at a company. I've been there 6 months, man. I haven't been promoted, nothing. I go, well, 6 months, you know, try that just 6 years, then maybe you can raise it. But I mean, there's an expectation now that everything's supposed to happen right away.
What about, so I think that's great advice, but what is it about the Walmart platform in particular, or maybe the team that you work with in the market?
Well, I find the Walmart machine fascinating to me. I don't know if this is a good example. We didn't win World War II. Well, we won because we had the best soldiers, but we also had the best supply lines, the best quality control. We could make, Willow Springs was a factory in Detroit that made Fords. When the war started, they made airplanes. And they turned out one B-52 bomber an hour. We literally made planes faster than the Germans could shoot them down. I mean, it was literally that good. And it was a source of tremendous pride. And to the rest of the world, well, how can you do that, you know? I mean, that's what I find fascinating. When you go to Walmart, I was in a store and they had flowers, and they had an orchid, and it said, made in Chile, or grown in Chile, and the date was yesterday. And it's in Walmart today. And it's got a long stem, and it's not broken. How did that get here? I mean, that's an amazing feat that somebody, I mean, if I carried it from Chile, I would break the stem. Somebody took it, put it in a truck, drove it over a bumpy road, put it on an airplane, flew to town, 15 Teamsters grabbed it before it wound out on that shelf. I mean, to me, that's the amazing thing about Walmart. It's a physical place I can go to. You know, when I'm always looking at stuff online. Well, how do I get this straightened out? I like that I can go to a store, talk to a human being, and because I'm better at that than I am because I'm dyslexic, so I can't really spell, so I get old school. But I just like that idea. I just like it.
Yeah, we think like one of the superpowers we like to say is connecting our online and our offline assets together.
What I like about Walmart, well, to relate it to the car community. In California, I know a lot of guys that have 100 cars. When you go into the real world, you meet hundreds of guys that have one car. And maybe they've had it since high school. And maybe they're waiting until their kids get out of college before they restore it. You know, and I enjoy talking with that kind of customer as much as I enjoy talking to the guy with the Ferrari, the McLaren, or any of those stuff. In some ways, I like those more because I grew up in a small town in New England, and local business. We had a hardware store, Hill's Hardware. Everybody knew Mr. Hill. I mean, people still like that connection. Like to go into the store and go, "There's a guy at Walmart. He works in this department." If they've dealt with him before, they'll go there and deal with him again. And that just, I think that human connection is really, really important. In an age when people text everything and don't really interact, you know, I always read that loneliness is up among teenagers and people are lonelier than ever and I don't have any friends. Get out and meet people and do things, you know. So to me, I like that aspect of Walmart. I go in and maybe there's this guy smiling at me or maybe scowling at me, but at least I'm making a human connection. Well, you know, my dad was a salesman. My dad was the old Dale Carnegie, shake him in the hand, look him in the eye type of guy, you know. And I was real proud of my dad. My dad led by example. My dad was an Italian kid. My dad was a prize fighter. He was a tough kid. He was not an educated kid. And he realized, I asked him one day why he quit fighting for a living, because he said even on his best day at work, he got punched in the face. I thought, that's a terrible job. So my dad went to work for Prudential Insurance Company. And he gets in and he said to the guy, "Hey, what's your toughest area?" He said, "Oh, Harlem. Black people don't want to buy insurance." My dad, well, that doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't they want to buy? They have families. So my dad went door to door in Harlem selling nickel policies. And he actually made it a successful territory, an area they had never been in before, reaching an audience. And my dad never really told me that story. When my dad passed away, I talked about him on the Tonight Show. And I got a letter from an elderly African-American lady. She said when she was like 5 years old, a man named Mr. Angelo, that's my dad's first name, came to the house once a week to collect the nickel policy, and always brought her a Tootsie Roll or a lollipop. And she said when she grew up, she hoped she would meet Italian people because they were nice people to deal with. And I realized my dad did not want to change the world, but he tried to do it one person at a time, you know. And my dad made a real impression on this lady, and she remembered it, and she said, "D'Angelo," she said, "Was that and any chance with your father?" And I really started to cry, because that was my dad. But my dad didn't go around bragging, but that's what he did. And I try to bring that sort of feeling. You find somebody who might appear to be disenfranchised or out of the loop, and you bring them in, you know, and you wind up with a customer and hopefully a friend for life, you know. If that makes any sense.
This meeting went by really fast. I had a great time and learned a lot. I hope you did too. I enjoyed the chance to talk with so many of you, and I heard so many inspiring stories. Like a seller who started with 50,000 in sales just a few years ago is now doing 20 million a year on our platform. It's about sellers who started online and our customers love their products so much that they are now in our stores. About a niche category seller who figured out the playbook with us to rapidly grow over 24 million a year. All of them have one thing in common. They're what we mean when we say super sellers. They listed the items our customers wanted, listed them at the right price, the right content, at the right speed, partnered with marketplace, WFS, WMC teams, and unlocked very impressive growth. And this room is full of such impressive success stories. And such stories make us happy and proud, but they also fuel us to do more for you even faster. I judge a meeting like this based on the connections that I make. And I can tell you, the team and I value the connections we have with each and every one of you. We got positive feedback from you about what we're doing well, and we got important feedback about what we need to keep improving. We're just getting started, and we have a lot ahead of us. You have a commitment that we heard you, and we are focused. And we'll see you next year.
Well, that was really cool. I had a ton of fun here. I'm supposed to have a meeting with someone from Walmart who was supposed to meet me here after the closing remarks, so I'm just kind of waiting around. Hopefully she didn't forget. And then I have to find something to do for the next probably 10 hours. I think she forgot about me. This place is emptying out pretty fast. I'm gonna wait longer because I would like to attend this meeting, but also because I don't fly out for a long time. I found her. She's still up by the stage. I guess all the Walmart people are taking pictures together. Well, this should be interesting. I got kicked off the floor. The security told me that I could wait over here, but this is a decent ways away. So I got her number from somebody, the person who introduced me, and texted her. I hope you can hear me. It's very windy out. No response. It's been a little while, so I'm gonna head back to the hotel where my bags are checked and see if I can fit all of this in it, because this is a lot of merch. I hope I can fit it all, and I hope the airline doesn't give me any trouble with it. I'm flying American, and I hate American Airlines. They've given me trouble with my luggage before. So let's do that, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. This backpack is so full, and I need to fit all of this in it. That is about as full as it's gonna get. So I'm at the Marriott. I was just, let me throw this cup away. I was just walking down the street and bumped into the seller acquisitions person from Walmart, the woman I was supposed to meet. She had texted me saying, well, sorry, we missed each other, schedule a call. And as I pulled out my phone to look at the text, she's about 50 feet in front of me walking towards me. So we sat down in the lobby here and chatted, and it was a great conversation. I'm super excited. I think Walmart is the future for, at least for my business. That doesn't mean I'm getting off eBay. But Walmart will fill the void that Amazon left when I kind of started scaling back off of Amazon. So anyways, I've got some time to kill. I've got a lot of time to kill. So I'm gonna have to find something to do. So I was cold earlier, so I thought, oh, this pullover won't fit in my bag. I don't mind wearing it. I am roasting now. I really have no destination. I'm kind of aimlessly walking right now. Walked all the way to the Golden Gate Bridge. I need to get something to eat, and I remember there were a bunch of restaurants in this building. Oh no, they have gift shops in here. I have no more room. The lady I just met with apparently is here. She called me and she said, we totally could have shared an Uber. I just got here and saw you walk in. Which is funny. She Ubered here and I walked here. But also, what are the odds we randomly bump into each other in the on the street when she's heading to her hotel, and apparently randomly bump into each other again on the other side of downtown at the Ferry Building. This place has tacos, but every single option has cabbage on it. Something smells really good over here, and I can't find where it's coming from. It smells like mac and cheese. That was fantastic. That was a really good burrito. So I've been trying to go to Coit Tower all week. But each time it's just something comes up or I end up finding something better. And I just realized I could go now. But I just looked. They close in 7 minutes. I guess I'm not going. I think that bird is lost. Oh, he just flew out. So despite the tower being closed, I'm gonna walk over there anyway. I have a feeling I'm gonna regret this. Oh man, that's really high up. Alright, there should be some stairs over here somewhere. By the way, the Exploratorium we went to last night is right over there. Those used to be stairs. Let's try this. Oh boy, I get to go down. That way I have to go up more steps. I need some new jeans. I didn't feel like going to the store. I feel like I could go right to the source. There are too many stairs on this walk. Oh yeah, there's also those up there. They just don't end. Whose bright idea was this? Also, that's the door to someone's house. How do you... Why? I don't get it. I don't even think I'm halfway up. I'm already taller than that building. There are so many houses on this thing. It just never ends. I immediately regretted my decision, and yet I continue to move forward. And I immediately regretted that too. You know what the best part is? When I get there, I'm not done. I gotta go back down. Okay. I think I finally reached the top. Oh, there's more? Oh my goodness. This is awful. That's it. I'm not going home. This is why people move to San Francisco. They start to climb up these stairs and they just can't go anymore. And they just decide, I live right here on this step. Fire. Yes, there is a fire. My calves. Oh, come on, there's more. It doesn't end. Okay, I have to be like 50 flights up by now. I am so sore and so sweaty right now. Every time I think I'm there, there's another one. Why don't they put some benches in the middle or something? Am I here? I bet this is more stairs. Whose idea was this anyway? Certainly wasn't mine. I wonder how often the people who live up here need to rescue people. I'm about ready to knock on someone's door and say, can I just sleep here for a couple nights? I might be there. This could also be someone's private walkway. I also saw a sign that said coyote advisory. Man, if a coyote came out, jumped at me right now, and mauled me to death, I'd be so happy. I knew this felt too good to be true. I'm going downhill. I think I gotta go this way. Oh, finally a place to sit down. Holy crap, I made it. No, there are more stairs. Camping is prohibited. Well, guess what? I'm gonna be camping because there's no way my legs are gonna work after this. I mean, here's the names of all the people who died climbing up all these stairs. Soon my name will be there. Oh, thank God, I'm gonna sit for a minute. Either this bench sits a lot lower than most benches, or my legs just gave out because I kind of fell into it. Good thing I was prepared when I went to climb a mountain and brought about a quarter of a bottle of water. That's adequate for me. Are you kidding me? There's more? Turns out they were open all along. By the way, the elevator's broken. This is just a cruel joke. All right, let's go. It's 234 steps to the top. I think they said 13 stories. All right. 1, 2, 3. Maybe the elevator works from here. And this floor isn't as fancy. You know, I took all those stairs up here. It's very echoey. I took all those stairs up here, anticipating them to be closed. I didn't realize they'd be open. I feel like I'm in a prison. A prison of endless stairs. Throw in a salad, and this is my worst nightmare. 6-foot drop. Honestly, that sounds pretty good to me. There's some high ceilings in here. I'm just gonna lay here for a couple hours. I think we made it. Holy crap. See that clock tower? That's where I started.
Which car is yours?
Oh man, it's a lot easier going down the stairs than up, but every step my leg feels like it's gonna give out. There was a little old lady who was taking pictures for me, and she works here. She walked with a cane. Somehow she goes up these stairs every day. She says every single work day she goes up these stairs. Wow. Christiana just texted me and asked if I found anything fun. Without any context, I just said death. Death would be fun. Like every step, my knee feels like it's giving out. I don't want to tumble down all these stairs. Don't worry. When I get to the bottom, there's only 60 more stories of stairs that I can fall down. Great, now I have to carry this around everywhere I go. Another gift shop. Why do I have zero self-control? There should be like a hotel up here or something. Just thought of a place where I can lay down. I'm so sore. Alright, going down. Oh, I'm going down, alright. I am gonna pass out as soon as I sit down or fall down. I think this is the path I was walking down by the houses. Holy cow. So, this guy in the window behind me decided, you know what? You know what I think would be a good idea? I'm gonna move onto the steepest hill in the world. That seems like a good place to put a house. My ears are popping. I climbed up so many flights of stairs that my ears are popping. In case you were wondering, that's where the steps are. The only cool thing here is that I get to see my dream driveway. The driveway is literally a bridge. It's a pretty short driveway though, you can only fit one car. You might almost say the driveway is abridged. I see chairs. I don't know if I'm allowed to be here, but there are chairs. Oh, there's a free little library. No book in the world is worth this. And if somehow I defy the odds and get my car up all these stairs to park. I still have to pay for parking. I have to admit, this is a pretty scenic place to sit and relax. So my phone says I climbed up 44 flights of stairs there. That was terrible. Ooh. Sounds like a group is coming down by the pier area here in about an hour. Except my phone is at 19%, so I gotta figure something out with that. Back again. I've got an idea. That Explorer shop I was in the other day, the one where I was talking with the guys who work there, and they were asking me about the YouTube channel. I bet if those guys are working, they would let me, if they have a charger, let me charge up my phone for a little bit. Expedition, that's what it was called. Oh, they erased it. I'm sure they erased it every day, but also neither of those guys were working. Oh, I thought that would work. I walked in the shop, it was an older guy working, and I said, you know, Scott or Wade's working today? So it seems like I might know them. And he said, no, they'll be working tomorrow. And so I figured they weren't working because, by the way, I'm hiding from the wind here so you can hear me. I figured they weren't working because it's a very small store. It's unlikely there would be people in the back. But I said, oh, I was just going to see if I could borrow their charger or something. And he's like, oh, okay. And that's it. I thought he'd be like, oh, well, I've got a charger you can use. Nope. All right, I'm gonna wander some more, but I won't be able to film much. Shout out to Quack. They let me charge my phone in there. They had an iPhone charger. So I have to plug it in for about a half an hour, and I'm at 45%. So that should get me until I need to go to the airport, I hope. All right, now I need a drink. I sound like an alcoholic. I need like a water or something. I'm very dehydrated. I found the weird dogs again. I am so glad I have this sweatshirt now. I never thought I'd say this. I cannot wait to get back to the warm Wisconsin weather. These stairs play the piano keys when I walk up them. Listen. I kind of want to recreate that scene in Big, but I feel like that would be a very bad idea to do on the stairs. This group looks pretty cool. I think I'm gonna hang out with them. Hey. They dragged me into another gift shop. I have no room for things.
No, like, have you not eaten there? No, really?
So apparently this rubber duck store isn't a chain or anything. It's just independently owned. The guy was saying his friend started as a pop-up and it became a permanent thing.
And literally just put a few of these and they're like, these donuts suck.
Trying to race these guys, but I just can't pass them. So I need to make my way back to the hotel so I can get my bags and then get to the airport. It's like 8:30 or so. I'm dreading this flight so much. Happy cows come from Wisconsin.
just about there.
So, dropped off at their hotel. Now I gotta walk to my hotel, which should be like half mile away, not a big deal. And then hop on the train to get to the airport. When in Rome, right? Let's see if anyone gets that reference. One last stop at the Mosser to get my bags, and I'm out of here. I am so nervous that they're not gonna let me take these bags on the plane. They're both very overstuffed and very heavy. I don't know that this backpack will fit under the seat. No graffiti? Oh man. I'm not entirely sure if I want the westbound train or the eastbound. Neither of them on here say airport. And Google Maps doesn't tell me if I want westbound or eastbound. And so the train goes west, but then it goes east. So I'm really not sure. I'm so confused. It looked like I was following the map in the right direction. So I thought I was going the right way, but I just got to the last stop and I was told by a guy that I need to go back this way. I am so confused. That was the yellow train. It was going the right direction. I'm almost one stop away from back where I started. This one was going in the opposite direction. But when I got off back there, it said it was the last stop and the train turned around. The map on their website also shows that train, yellow S, going to the airport. That was yellow S. There's another train down there and I can't figure out how to get to it. I've taken a lot of public transit all over the country and this is the most ridiculous I've ever seen. Multiple lines with the same letter and color going to different places. Okay, so they said it was a different train. It was BART that I want, and I have no idea if I'm in the right place. The people are super helpful. I'll give it that. Nothing like having to pay the fare twice. He said it's 9 minutes away, and he said SFO. There we go. So I've been to a lot of transit stations in my lifetime all over the country. This is probably the quietest. I can't explain why. I don't remember music playing or anything in other stations. I don't remember it ever being this quiet.
The doors are closing.
I was warned by someone who lives here that the lines are the worst in the country at San Francisco. And I said I have pre-check, and he says everybody here has pre-check. There was absolutely no line. It took me 30 seconds to get through security. It's about 11 o'clock. My flight leaves in an hour. Ooh, a bookstore. It's, hold on. Green Apple Books. One of my favorite flavors and Christiana's favorite store. My gate has changed so many times. So I am going to get to it, the current gate, and try and plug in my phone. The one I'm filming on is reasonably charged up. Probably like 30-40%, that's enough. But my other phone, the one that I'll have my internet on during the flight, is dead. Not dead, but it's like at 4%. So I need to get that charged up just in case the outlet on the plane doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that's the flight Ron's on. Ron, if you're watching, we were sitting right next to each other, one gate apart for quite a while. Assuming that's your flight. He was flying to Charlotte, that's his connection, and he was flying about half an hour before me. So it seems like that's probably the one. So far, so good. Didn't have to check my bag. I will probably have to in Chicago because the plane from Chicago to Green Bay usually doesn't allow any roller bags. It's usually a tiny plane.
We're back to the gate now, thank you. Number 1 engine at the gate. and make sure there are no more leaks on the number 1 engine, and then from there we'll be on our way to Chicago. Do apologize for the late start and inconvenience. We'll get you there as quickly and safely as possible.
I cannot believe it. I slept that entire flight. I never sleep on planes. It was about 7 a.m. Landed in Chicago. I've got about 3 hours until my next flight. I am going to try and find a dark corner to sleep somewhere, because tomorrow I fly to Atlanta. So I need to go to work today, despite basically being up for 24 hours. I guess that's not true anymore since I did sleep on the plane. I slept pretty good on the plane. I seriously never sleep on planes. I'm so confused. They replaced everybody's flag with the American flag. So I found a spot. It's not too bad. It's by the Hilton Hotel. I got the boot. Apparently because Hilton's too fancy to let people sleep on the floor. A couple of former Packer players on my flight.
Your bags load up underneath the aircraft. We put you back here momentarily. Flight.
Finally made it back home. I wish I could go to sleep. This place is getting decked out for Packers going to Brazil next week. Oh wow, they're completely refacing it now. I am so excited. I go on enough of these trips where you'll see the progress. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to bed. Don't forget to check out the video series on the other channel, link below, where there is much more footage.